Welcome, everyone, to your new moon in Pisces Tarotscopes and Horoscopes for your new moon in Pisces that we have on Sunday, March 10th, 2024. I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, thank you, Casmar. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I hope you're having a nice day. So, if you're new to my channel, well, I welcome you with open arms. I am Joshua the Psychic. I do readings, coaching, classes, parties, and you can also get gift certificates. All of that is on my website, psychicsun.com. The link to that is in the description below, as well as written horoscopes for this lunation. So let's talk about this new moon in Pisces. So it's going to be at 20 degrees. So that's where you want to check your chart. Where do you have 20 degrees of Pisces in your chart? That's where you have a new beginning. Pisces is the zodiac sign, spine. So the whole zodiac would fall apart if not for Pisces. Therefore, what we get to do during Pisces season, especially this new moon, is take control of the entire year. You want to grasp the year with miracle-mindedness because all miracles are based on love, and Venus, planet of love, is exalted in Pisces. In fact, Venus will be entering Pisces on the 11th, on Monday, March 11th, where it's happiest. So definitely take advantage of the Pisces new moon as well as Venus in Pisces, because all miracles are based on love. Venus pertains to not just love, but also money. So really think beyond your current limitations. We got a few aspects this new moon. You got a Mars square Uranus aspect. However, it's not going to be that bad because we have other things to balance it out. But Mars squaring Uranus, expect the unexpected, and there may be quick changes. Squares do require change. They require some adjustment. So roll with the punches. Be flexible. Think of those trees, right? The trees that you find outside that are broken, well, they didn't bend. So with all the water that we have going on in the heavens right now, it pays to be very flexible and adaptable. So you fixed signs out there, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. You want to really tap into any planets you have in your chart that are mutable, because you fixed signs are very status quo oriented. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Well, things need to be fluid during this period. So do keep that in mind. Outside of that square, we got the moon sextiling Uranus. So this is really sweet. So expect some pleasant surprises, new insights, and emotional shifts this new moon period. Meanwhile, Saturn is going to sextile Jupiter, even better, right? So growth meets structure and steady progress. Saturn is about sweat equity, and Jupiter is about opportunity. And that's what they say luck is, right? Preparation meeting opportunity. So be on the lookout for some manifestations. This is a very magical new moon. Hey, Kelsey, nice to see you again. Thank you for joining. So let's talk about this new moon for every single sign. We're going to talk about where it's hitting your chart, advice, and an affirmation. Care of Bob Proctor, who came up with these affirmations. I'm so happy and grateful now that affirmations. We're going to be doing those for each sign. So Aries, happy new moon, Aries. This new moon will be hitting your 12th house. So the 12th house is about endings. It's what you're letting go of. But most important, it's about your subconscious mind. We all have energy templates, meaning we come into this world with an idea of, we come into this world and we get told, so to speak, this is how life is. Most Aries, in my experience, and from what I've read as well, have abandonment issues. That might be why they're all about self-assertion and independence, because of that abandonment that they've experienced. But if you have abandonment in your past, you might be projecting that onto your future. You might be like, well, I was abandoned before, I'm going to be abandoned again. But you don't need to be abandoned. You can change the energy template. You can change your subconscious mind. And that is really key this new moon for you, to focus on the future you want and really identify with that future and allow your body to learn how that future feels, because your body is your unconscious mind. Some advice for you, Aries, this new moon: embrace introspection and release past burdens to prepare for new beginnings. We have your spring equinox coming up. So Any thoughts that you might have that don't feel good, release them. Release some old templates. An affirmation for you, Aries, this new moon may be, I am so happy and grateful now that I am releasing limiting beliefs and crafting new, empowering narratives that support my goals. So you may want to say that to yourself this new moon. Get into that state of having what it is that you want. And let's see, Aries, what wisdom you get from the tarot for your new moon in Pisces. Wisdom for Aries, wisdom for Aries, wisdom for Aries, wisdom for Aries. Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands, you're essentially en route to completing a cycle. You're almost there. You're almost at the finish line. So it's time to really finish up your tasks and to be vigilant. You also want to watch out for unnecessary defensiveness. Nine of Wands is sometimes us preparing for an attack that does not come. So definitely put down your arms. There may be love there in the world for you, and you don't want to block it. So focus on that love. Don't focus on your fears and wrap up loose ends. Remember, we have Mercury going into its pre-shadow period come St. Patrick's Day, and it will be going retrograde in your sign on April 1st. So keep that in mind. What is love flows, what is not goes. And with Nine of Wands, put down your arms. There may be nobody trying to hurt you. You're just being defensive. Happy new moon. So Taurus, this new moon for you is nice. It's hitting your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of why not? If you have a desire, that comes with it the prerequisite built-in ability for you to achieve it. So go after your goals. What are your biggest hopes, dreams, wishes, and ideals? What would you have, or what would you go after if you knew you couldn't fail, right? Go after the shiniest apples on the tree during this lunation. It's also a good time for you, Taurus, to focus on your community and your friends. Maybe you want some new friends. Maybe you want to connect with your friends more deeply. Maybe you want to get back in touch with your friends if you've been busy. And really think about your goals, your future goals. Some advice, Taurus, connect with like-minded people and envision your collective future. There's a power in doing things for a lot of people as opposed to just yourself. So think about your biggest hopes, dreams, wishes, and goals and see how it can be of service to the collective. An affirmation for you, Taurus, this new moon, you might say, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm surrounded by the right friends and community, making significant strides toward my dreams and goals. You can sit into that energy, really just soak it in and allow yourself to then follow your impulses. So let's see, Taurus, what wisdom you get from the tarot for your new moon in Pisces. Wisdom for Taurus, wisdom for Taurus, wisdom for Taurus, wisdom for Taurus. The Empress. I love it. So the Empress is ruled by Venus, and you are too, being a Taurus. So the Empress is always about something new, right? So when something new comes into your life and brings you great joy, the Empress is the vehicle for that something. So it's all about love, and it's all about abundance, and it's about something new being born. So allow yourself to give birth to new things and to nurture those things. But you have some new beginnings coming, and it's all about Venus. So it's love, it's money, it's abundance. So do enjoy your new moon. This is going to be really nice for you. Gemini. So Gemini, your new moon is going to be in your 10th house. It's all about your status, the position that you hold in the world, your career, your reputation, how the world sees you. So you want to focus on your career and your public image. What do you want to be known for? Who do you want to be? What trophy do you want to grab, right? Where do you want to be the best? You can really make some big professional strides this new moon. Go after what it is that you want. Some advice, Gemini, reflect on your true ambitions and how they align with your personal values. Maybe they have changed. Maybe you don't really care about being the best in this domain. Maybe there's another domain that you want to conquer. And an affirmation for you, Gemini, this new moon, you could say, I am so happy and grateful now that my career reflects my deepest values and aspirations. That might be nice, right? Think into that energy. And let's see, Gemini, what wisdom you get from the tarot for your new moon in Pisces. Wisdom for Gemini, wisdom for Gemini, wisdom for Gemini, wisdom for Gemini. The Chariot. I love it. So the Chariot's all about victory, but really it's victory via emotional control. So with the Chariot, you're being a little bit of a control freak emotionally. You're handling your emotions. Think about it this way. If we only went to the gym when we felt like it, or we only ate healthy when we felt like it, or we only cleaned our house when we felt like it, nothing would ever get done. You have to make decisions without the interference of the emotions. And with the Chariot, you're going to win by maintaining emotional control. So for instance, in light of your 10th house transit, you may have to do some stuff that you don't want to do. You got to be responsible because you're not going to have freedom without responsibility. So get your sights on what it is that you want and let the power of the ocean take you there. Get your personal feelings out of it. Just allow yourself to be pulled by the current, right? And that current is going to be determined with what's in your subconscious mind. Remember, most of us are water. So nurture your internal world with visions of what you want, especially professionally. And then just start flowing, doing what you need to do, get into the flow, and don't let your moods get in the way of your objectives. And have a happy new moon. Cancer. So happy new moon, Cancer. This is going to be very nice for you, fellow water sign. Pisces new moon. That'll be really cool. So essentially, your new moon is going to be in your 9th house. So the 9th house is all about growth, expansion, opportunities. So you may have itchy feet this transit. You might be like, oh, geez, I'm so bored. I'm so bored with this. But that's an opportunity for you to explore, seek out adventure. Some advice for you this new moon, Cancer. Seek new experiences and wisdom, stepping outside of your comfort zone. So if you don't grow, your love doesn't grow, your money doesn't grow, your work doesn't grow, right? So you need to grow. What do you need to do, Cancer, to expand and go beyond your stretch? What do you need to experience? How can you flow your energy out into the world? Cancer is a very shy sign, right? So there's a sense of you all being reticent and holding back, and that's not going to help you to expand and grow. So even if you're visualizing your energy going across the universe, that's going to help you to achieve your goals because you're very, very powerful, but you're also shy, at times insecure, painfully sensitive. So you want to create an armor around you, right? An armor to protect your vulnerability and then flow your energy out into the universe. And you can do that literally by publishing or broadcasting, as that is a 9th house thing. An affirmation for you, Cancer, you might say, I am so happy and grateful now that my mind is expanding and I'm embracing growth in every aspect of my life. And you can sit into that, not worry about anything. Oh, your hubs is a Cancer rising. Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. So let's see, Cancer, what wisdom you get from the tarot for your new moon in Pisces. Wisdom for Cancer. 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 Queen of Cups. I love it. So the queens are all about the internal world, and the cups are all about emotion. So this is about mastering emotional integrity. What is it that you feel? What is it that you really need at this point in your life? And most important, think about what's going on in the inner world, right? When you look into a body of water, you see your reflection. Same thing with Queen of Cups. When you look at her, which is you, right? Queen of Cups being Cancer. When you look into a body of water, you see yourself. You see your reflection. When people look at you, they also see themselves, their reflection. What do you want the world to reflect back to you? What do you want to achieve this new year, right? This new astrological year. Have you played it around in your mind? Does your body feel like it will feel when you get what you want, right? So remember that life is a reflection. So if somebody's not treating you well, for instance, well, he's reflecting back to you how you treat yourself. If you feel like you've been abandoned, well, have you abandoned yourself? So focus on how you can emotionally connect to that which you want and make it become real inside of you, and then let the universe reflect that back to you. I think you'll be great at it. So happy new moon, Cancer. Leo, happy new moon, Leo. This new moon is hitting your 8th house. It's a little bit tricky, Leo. I got to tell you, an 8th house transit is not easy. Usually something will die, metaphorically. Something's going to go bye-bye. It might not be a bad thing. It could be about, leaving a bad job for a good job, or leaving a bad relationship for a good relationship, or leaving a relationship because you wanted your freedom. But in any case, there's some kind of letting go. So do be prepared for that. You want to focus on your transformation and your intimate connections. The 8th house is really about boundaries, those that you set and those that you dissolve. Good rule of thumb is if something makes you feel good, well, drop down your defensiveness, your boundaries, and go in closer. If something is making you feel bad, create a boundary, set a boundary. And allow yourself, though, to be vulnerable, at least with yourself. An 8th house transit is a very vulnerable, raw transit. And Leos typically don't like showing their vulnerability. They don't always want to show their bellies, right? Because they want to maintain advantage. But there is a strength in vulnerability, and you want to explore that this transit, even with yourself. Like, at least be vulnerable with yourself, Leo. And you want to confront fears and vulnerabilities to foster stronger, meaningful bonds. You want to really just look at things square in the face. What is no longer relevant in your life? What do you need to mourn? What are you still mourning? Leo is such an optimistic sign that they want to get on with the program, right? But sometimes you need to mourn, especially you have to mourn things that have passed in order for you to really enjoy those new beginnings. An affirmation for you, Leo, may be, I am so happy and grateful now that I am embracing transformation and deepening my connections. So you want to deepen your connections. The 8th house also may have to do with joint enterprises, you putting your resources with somebody else, be it money or time. So you want to look at those connections that may be advantageous to you. So let's see, Leo, what wisdom you get from the tarot for your new moon in Pisces. Wisdom for Leo, wisdom for Leo, wisdom for Leo. Whoa, the Tower. So the Tower is a healing card. And this makes a lot of sense, actually, in light of your 8th house transit. So you're letting things die that no longer work for you. In a lot of respects, it might not be a relationship that is the Tower event. Essentially, the Tower card, think of, if you know the biblical story, the Tower of Babel. These guys, they were arrogant and they wanted to create a tower to reach divinity. And God got mad and he struck the tower with lightning and made everybody speak in tongues, and everybody came toppling down, etc. The tower is really about those structures that we create on faulty ground. One of them might be that you're not good enough. Maybe you have in your head that you're not good enough, that you're not lovable, or that you can only make X amount of money a year. With the death card, with the 8th house transit you're going through, and the Tower card, this is an opportunity for you to really remove and release old self constructs that no longer serve you. So if you keep experiencing certain things in your life, you have a paradigm in place. You have an energy template. And the Tower card is an awesome opportunity for you to get rid of that. To say, you know what? I'm no longer going to be the person that always gets passed up for the promotion, or gets passed over, or gets cheated on, or whatever. Whatever you've been experiencing, this is an opportunity for you to release old, outmoded ways of thinking and implement new paradigms that serve you and your goals. So be gentle with yourself. You're going through an 8th house transit. It ain't easy, especially for you, a fixed sign. You want to be flexible during this period and let yourself go with the flow and let yourself die. Energetically, like, just let go and die. Let it go. Mourn. Let it go. And peace be on your ashes as you rise up from them, right? So happy new moon, Leo. Virgo. So Virgo, happy new moon. This one's hitting your 7th house of relationships. So 7th house is all about your long-term partnerships. This can be your significant other. This can be your best friend forever. This could be a business partner. This could be a consultants. And you got a new beginning there. So if you're looking for a new honey, or you're looking for a new best friend, or you're looking for a new consultant, or you're looking to enhance and improve those relationships, those partnerships you already have, well, this is the moon for you. This is the perfect new moon for you to say, okay, it would be a miracle if I could get this type of partner. Because remember, all miracles are based on love. Venus, planet of love, is exalted in Pisces. Venus is going to be in Pisces starting Monday, the 11th of March. So dream up your perfect relationship in whatever realm, be it personal or professional. Some advice, Virgo: reassess and recalibrate your approach to partnerships and foster mutual growth. How can you grow? How can your partner grow? Sometimes you'll grow together, and sometimes you'll grow when you're not together, and that is completely normal. So an affirmation for you, Virgo, may be, I am so happy and grateful now that my relationships are reflective of my true self and desires. So maybe you sit back in that, you get in touch with what that energy feels like, and you allow it to be created in the internal world. So it feels very real to you, and then you're satisfied, and then you take inspired action, and then Bob's your uncle, and you get to achieve whatever it is that you want. So let's see, Virgo, what wisdom you get from the tarot for your new moon in Pisces. Wisdom for Virgo. Virgo. Three of Swords. Okay. So Three of Swords, essentially, this is actually not a bad card to get in light of it being a Pisces new moon, because Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. It is all about letting go. It is all about endings. So you want to end Three of Swords. Three of Swords is essentially the way you're thinking about something is making your heart feel bad. So you're labeling something negative that may not be negative. For instance, guy cheats on you. That's Three of Swords, right? Like, I can't believe you cheated on me. However, you could theoretically label that as a positive. Well, okay, better I find out now than invest further. Now I actually know that I'm worthy of somebody's loyalty, and I can actually find someone who's not going to cheat on me. So you want to look at your thinking and seeing what thinking is making you feel bad. And with Three of Swords, you really need to look very closely, I would say, in light of your partnerships, like what is going on here? Are you feeling on a regular basis bad? If that is the case, please, for the love of God, be practical and move on. It doesn't make any sense, right? So think about what's making you feel bad and get rid of it. If you can't get rid of the person, quite frankly, well, get rid of how you're perceiving the situation. I mean, life is difficult enough to not deal with a broken heart, right? Because a broken heart, I mean, it affects your body, it affects your immune system, it affects your energy levels. So let go of anything that is making you feel bad. You're worth more than that. So Virgos in particular have a certain perfectionism. They say that Virgos came into this world during a time in which their parents weren't getting along, and babies, being naturally narcissistic, they think everything's about them. So you may have a construct in place thinking that you're not good enough. No matter what you do, you upset people or what have you, and you need to remove that. So utilize this new moon in Pisces to get rid of old energy templates, old paradigms, and allow yourself to experience love that you want. You just got to get rid of that Three of Swords first. And happy new moon. Libra, happy new moon, Libra. This one is hitting your 6th house, so you're getting all your ducks in a row. The 6th house is really about your day-to-day grind, the nuts and bolts of your daily operations, what you do on a regular basis. What are your habits? What's your work life like? So there's a focus this new moon on your health and your daily routines. What things can you do day in and day out that are going to help you feel perfect. Libras in particular can be very perfectionistic, especially in terms of aesthetics. And although we can't, sadly, be perfect, we can feel perfect. And that really is what a sixth house transit can be all about. What can you do to feel perfect physically, emotionally? What do you need to do to feel that way? Is it eating clean? Is it exercising? Is it meditating? Is it hanging out with your friends? Is it going for a fancy lunch every single week? Is it buying yourself flowers? What do you need to do to feel really, really great on a regular basis? What's the right combination of things to make you well or happy? And in terms of work, try to streamline things. If you need extra help in work, this is a wonderful time to get an assistant or decrease your hours or get some extra help. Remember, Venus is exalted in Pisces. Venus is in Pisces come Monday the 11th, so work can get a lot better for you. And if you're looking for a new job, well, this is certainly the transit to go after one. As for advice, prioritize wellness and integrate self-care practices that resonate with your values. So what can you do on a day-to-day basis that's going to make you feel as perfect as possible? An affirmation for you, Libra, may be, I am so happy and grateful now that my daily habits support my holistic well-being. Because that's what happens, right? Every single day, what we do on a regular basis, all of that adds up to our lives, right? So consider what you're doing regularly and how you can make sure that you're incorporating things in your life that make you feel as perfect as possible. So let's see, Libra, what wisdom you get from the tarot. Wisdom for Libra, wisdom for Libra, wisdom for Libra, wisdom for Libra, wisdom for Libra. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles, the wealth card. I love it. So the 10 of Pentacles is a fulfillment of the earth element. So this is really about how you can find this new moon, a situation that can last far into the future. The 10 of Pentacles is all about something that has a degree of permanency, right? You want to have something that's nice and stable. You want to make sure that everything is really secure for the long term. This could be about finding, for instance, a partner that is really stable for a very, very long time, right? Or this could be about finding a job that you know is sustainable, that you can do forever. This could be about creating a legacy, right? What do you want to leave behind, right, when you leave this world? And really, what can you do on a day-to-day basis that's going to help you to achieve that sense of richness? You want to experience a very rich life. And this is a wonderful time for you to experience that richness on a day-to-day basis in terms of your habits. So if you can imagine it, you can create it. So what in your day-to-day life, a la your sixth house transit, can you do that's going to make you feel rich? Is it watching movies? Is it going on dates? Is it spending time with friends? Is it eating well? Whatever it might be. But allow yourself to tap into that richness. What's going to make you feel rich and really just, loved and okay for the long term? And I would definitely say that if you are going after a big project, this could be really, really lucrative. So think about the long term and how you can be rich in every way imaginable. Happy new moon. So Scorpio, happy new moon. This one's going to be easy peasy for you. It's in their fifth house because you're a water sign, just like Pisces. So it's making a nice trine. And the fifth house is all about things that light you up, whatever brings you joy, whatever gets your lights on. It's about your creativity, whatever you create. In fact, if you have children, this could be about your child or your kids. It also can be about creative projects, whatever makes you feel joyful and amazing and creative. And you want to start flowing that love energy. You are one of the most creative signs. I mean, so creative. And I think a lot of that has to do with your imagination, because Scorpio is, although they do hold on pretty tightly to things, they also know how to let go. When they let go, they let go. And letting go is really going to help you to tap into the field where you can create reality, like in space, as opposed to creating reality based upon your past experiences, which you don't want to do, right? You want to think beyond that. So this is a wonderful time. Go out, have fun, get dancing, be creative. Some advice: reconnect with what brings you happiness and express your unique self. How can you flow your energy in a way that feels good? So when you're talking about creativity, a lot of artists, for instance, it's not a matter of they want to sell this painting for $1 million. It's more a matter of the feelings they get with the energy flowing through them when they're creating the painting. It's all about a transference in energy. So when you're feeling amazing doing something and flowing your energy, flowing the energy from the earth through your body and out into the universe, well, you're going to be making an impact. You don't necessarily have to publish or broadcast anything, but as long as you're flowing the energy and you're sharing it with the world energetically, you're going to be in a really much better place, because Scorpio is very much about sharing. And it also is very much about vulnerability, that strength in vulnerability. So go with the flow and feel good. An affirmation for you, Scorpio, this lunation may be: I am so happy and grateful now that I am living in alignment with my true passions and creativity. Because you all are super creative. Hey, Casmar, I'm glad you made it. Yes, Scorpio. And you love creating? That's great. So do I. So let's see, Scorpio, what wisdom you get from the tarot this lunation. Wisdom for Scorpio. Wisdom for Scorpio. Scorpio. The Hermit. Okay, well, that's interesting. Not necessarily is it a bad thing, and it also doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be alone. You can be. So with the Hermit, it's a few things. Essentially, you're completing a cycle. The Hermit is number 9, so it's the highest single-digit number. It's a card of culmination, completion, and it's a number of the universe. So with the Hermit card, I would say that it's going to be important for you this lunation to focus on the inner world and your inner light. And in terms of relationships, you want to confront any fears of being alone, so you're not making decisions based on fear of being alone. Likewise, if you have been hermiting for a while and you're feeling like, oh, geez, I'm ready to get out there, the Hermit card could mean, a new beginning, going back into society after a period of solitude. So definitely do what you can to close things up, because the Hermit is about the closing of a material cycle. So you can expect changes in terms of work, home, family. There may be things that are shifted around this new moon for you. So keep that in mind and do whatever it is that you can to really enjoy yourself and shine a light on for not just yourself, but for other people. And that doesn't mean you have to necessarily go out and party or be this person that is very, very social. Just you keeping that inner light on is going to be helpful for the universe. So happy new moon. Sagittarius. Happy new moon, Sagittarius. You have a little bit of an emotional transit going on. I'm not going to lie. It should be nice. It's a 4th house transit. So 4th house typically is the house of home and family. It's all about your home and family life, your domesticity. But really, it's about emotional security, because you take your home around with you wherever you go. And if you nourish the fields within, you'll create flowers wherever you go. So this is a new beginning for your home life, your emotional life, and your emotional foundations. What do you need to feel emotionally secure? How can you tap into the divine mother within and nurture yourself the way you need to be nurtured? Other people may try and other people may miss the mark. Only you are going to know how you need to be cared for, how you need to be loved. And you have to start that with you. So really tap into how you feel. What do you need emotionally? Maybe there's some music you need to listen to. Maybe you need to watch some shows. Maybe you need a relationship. Maybe you need a new friend. Maybe you need to talk to your friends. Find out what it is that you need and nurture and nourish yourself. Because this fourth house transit, it's an angle. So the more you have that emotional self-trust within you, the more other people are going to trust in you. And what does that trust mean? That's high status. That's professional achievement. Because you're letting the world trust you, because the world is reflecting back to you your self-trust. Because there's an axis between your fourth house, the transit you're going through now, and your professional life. I noticed that if you want to get things to move for you professionally, it sometimes helps to focus on your home, actually. Because again, the more you can nurture your inner world or your private life, the more you'll allow yourself to experience that reflected back to you professionally. Some advice for you, Sagittarius: cultivate inner peace and emotional security to feel grounded. What's your happy place, right? How can you tuck yourself in and make yourself feel really yummy? An affirmation for you, Sagittarius: I am so happy and grateful now that I find stability and comfort within myself. So this could be a wonderful opportunity for you with this Pisces new moon. And let's see, Sagittarius, what wisdom you get from the tarot for your new moon in Pisces. Wisdom for Sagittarius. Wisdom for Sagittarius. Wisdom. Page of Swords. So this is interesting. Page of Swords is a youngster, right? And the swords are about intellectual stuff. So you might be relearning how to take care of yourself. Maybe you never learned that. So you want to start from scratch. Like, what do you need? Like, what do you need to make your body feel good? What do you need financially in order to feel secure? So with Page of Swords, it's about bringing things back to basics and being really practical in your thinking. Also, it might be a matter of what do you need to learn in order to go to that next level. Maybe professionally, you would feel better if you got some certification. Or maybe it's a matter of emotionally, if you want to get into a relationship, you know that you're going to have to heal yourself. You're going to have to find out what your particular trauma issues are and work toward abating that so you can enjoy a fulfilling relationship. But I feel like with the Page of Swords, it's all about learning things that you may have been not ready to learn before. And that's not a bad thing. So allow yourself to be a student with whatever it is that's going to make you feel more emotionally secure. Allow yourself to learn new things that are going to help you achieve that emotional comfort within. Like what's going to make you feel more at peace on the inside. And maybe you need to do some learning or investigating to find out how to create and sustain that inner peace. And happy new moon, Sagittarius. And Capricorn, happy new moon, Capricorn. This new moon is hitting your third house. So the focus is on your communication and your learning. And the most important person you'll ever communicate with, Capricorn, of course, is yourself. So it's all about your mindset. Capricorn does have a reputation for being a little bit, well, they call themselves realistic, but there's, a very thin line, right, between that realism and that pessimism. So you gotta, chat yourself up. Talk to yourself in a good way. Talk to yourself as if you're your future self and you've achieved all your goals. Make sure that your self-talk is positive. You also might want to learn something new. There might be some kind of learning that you want to engage in this new cycle. Maybe you're going to take a class, or maybe you're going to get some books on a subject that you want to learn. And also could be about you needing to rejoin the social world more, right? Maybe there's a new group that you're going to hang out with. Maybe you're going to be doing more social things, as that's a third house transit too. Some advice for you, Capricorn: open up to new ideas and ways of expressing yourself. The third house is all about communications, right? So talk, communicate. Capricorns can be very reticent, shy, insecure at times. So start, communicating your needs, communicating your ideas, and nurture your connections. Because this is a wonderful opportunity for you to connect with the people that are in your day-to-day environment, your life, right? Maybe at work, maybe in your neighborhood, maybe with your friends, your social circle. An affirmation for you, Capricorn, may be, I am so happy and grateful now that my communication brings meaningful connections and learning. So that should be really nice for you. So let's see, Capricorn, what wisdom you get from the tarot for your new moon in Pisces. Wisdom for Capricorn. Wisdom for Capricorn. Wisdom for Capricorn. Knight of Swords. Oh boy. So Knight of Swords epitomizes goal-oriented activity. And what's cool is the Knight of Swords is connected to Gemini. Gemini is connected to the third house. That's the transit you're going through right now. So there may be some real goal-oriented activity around you with the Knight of Swords. Likewise, it might be a matter of you need to really lay down the law. You need to be very, very cold and clear and set your boundaries, right? So that might be what's going on for you this new moon. Maybe you need to really clear things up, get yourself in that space in which you can tell people exactly what you think and get on with it, right? Because there might be something that's been bothering you or something that's building and building and building, and you need to say your piece. Otherwise, it might be a matter of you have a lot going on right now. It makes sense with the third house new moon transit, and you got to, get really, really focused. And that could be fun for you too. So focus on what you want. I would say the advice with Knight of Swords, just be a little bit diplomatic. You don't necessarily need to be ice cold. You can always do things with diplomacy. So just keep that in mind. And happy new moon, Capricorn. You really like the affirmations, Kelsey? Oh, I'm glad. Well, you can use all of them, not just the one for your sign. Bob Proctor was the one who came up with the I'm so happy and grateful now that. I think that he did anyway. That's where I got it from. I'm glad you like them. So Aquarius, happy new moon in Pisces, Aquarius. This one's hitting your second house. Money bags, a nice financial transit for you. So you're focusing on your values. What matters to you? What do you really care about? And, things change. That's life, right? Things change. There may be some things that you care about now more than you did before. Maybe you were always focused on work and now you're like, oh, I really want a relationship. Or maybe you were focused on your family and you're like, no, I need my career. That's what matters to me. And that's what happiness is, right, Aquarius? It's a value fulfillment. So get in touch with your values and also determine how you can explore your talents and your abilities, your voice. And think about how you can utilize your natural gifts to make money, to monetize that, right? Because talent in the old days was a unit of measure. You would give a talent for something else. Today, we use our talents in order to make talent or make money. So think about how you can utilize your talents and flow them out into the world, and it comes back to you, right? As lots of money and material success. Some advice, Aquarius? Reflect on what's truly important to you and how you can utilize your resources. You might want to use this transit to tighten things up. Maybe there's a siphon of energy and you're like, oh, geez, I've been spending money on this subscription and I'm not even using it. Maybe you use the subscription or you get rid of the subscription, right? But it's a matter of looking at also, what are your financial goals and what can you bring to the universe that is going to help you achieve those financial goals. An affirmation for you, Aquarius, this new moon, you could say, I am so happy and grateful now that I recognize my true values. I am so happy and grateful now that I recognize my true talents and worth and am flourishing financially. So that's nice. You can get in touch with that vibration. And you can enjoy some extra change, some extra spending money, which would be nice. So let's see, Aquarius, what wisdom you get from the tarot for your new moon in Pisces. Wisdom for Aquarius. Wisdom for Aquarius. Wisdom for Aquarius. Justice. So we get in life what we put into it, right? You put 100% in, you're going to get 100% back. So the Justice card is all about balance. If you want this, you're going to have to do this, right? It also is about decision making with the Justice card, and also is about balance. So if you feel like you've been working really too hard. Maybe you need a vacation. If you feel like you've been giving a lot to a relationship and you're not getting anything back, maybe it's a matter of you need to have that come to Jesus talk, right? Or maybe you're feeling like, geez, I have to start giving back more because I've been taking all this and I feel really blessed and grateful, but I got to give back. So there's some balancing that's going on. The Justice card is really great. It's often called the satisfied woman, right? So allow yourself to experience that sense of satisfaction, or consider what's going to make you feel really, really satisfied, and make sure you're balancing it, balancing other people's energies, balancing what you want with what you're going to give for what it is that you want. But it's a nice card, the Justice card. So definitely enjoy the balance and that sense of balance, and really ask yourself, what does balance look like for you? I think it's in terms of your second house transit, it's a matter of what are you giving for what it is that you want to get, right? And what values do you have that you need to balance? Because again, life is all about happiness, right? And happiness is based upon value fulfillment. So look at all your values and make sure that you're giving them the proper time and energy so they are fulfilled. And happy new moon in Pisces. And last but never least, the star of the show, Pisces, this new moon is taking place in your first house of identity. That's pretty awesome. So you're focusing on yourself. Who do you want to be? What new beginnings do you want for this new year? How do you want to experience yourself? How do you want to experience the universe? How do you want the universe to experience you? And you are so magical, Pisces. And I feel like you're such a natural manifester because you got the memo. You got the memo that in order to manifest, we have to let go. And that's what Pisces teaches us, to let go and let God. Out of all the readings I do, Pisces are so interesting. They actually will see where the energy is at, and then they will change it. They'll say, okay, well, I don't really need this. I want this. So I'm going to go with this. I want to change things because everything is changing, and Pisces knows that. So think about how you want your life to change, Pisces. Visualize it. Make it real to your body, because remember, your body is your unconscious mind. How will your body feel when you're living that life that you want? Some advice: embrace your authentic self and initiate the changes that you wish to see, right? So visualize what it is that you want. Let it become really real to you, and then fire away, right? Take action. An affirmation for you, Pisces, may be, I am so happy and grateful now that I am embracing my authentic self and the new beginnings it brings. So it should be a wonderful time for you. It's the most magical time of the year, and you're, I think, the most magical sign. Easily. You create magic all the time. And I think at times you might even not notice the magic that you create. But you're very magical. And Venus, planet of love and abundance, is going to be in your sign come March 11th. So this is a very special new moon for you. And you get to manifest whatever it is that you want. Love and money in particular are going to be very good for you with Venus in your sign. So let's see, Pisces, what wisdom you get from the tarot. Wisdom for Pisces. Wisdom for Pisces. Wisdom for Pisces. Page of Wands. I love it. So follow your excitement, right? The Page of Wands is a youngster, right? And the wands are about fire. And yes, this is about you tapping into your inner child or your little kid inside you, right? And you want to allow yourself to start something new that you're really, really passionate about. This is probably not the time to get like really serious. I need to do this. It's more a matter of getting in touch with what turns you on. What do you want to do? How do you want to experience life in your body? What things would be fun for you to experience? And Page of Wands really is all about you getting more in touch with that fire element. And the Page of Wands is not very constant. So there might be certain things you're like really excited about this, and then you're like, yeah, I'm not into it anymore. Really excited. That's okay. You know, allow yourself to follow your excitement at every moment to the best of your ability with no insistence on the outcome, right? Just follow your excitement, because your excitement is your built-in mechanism that says, this is for you. This is you. And that's your authentic self, is your excitement. So follow your excitement this new moon, and I hope it's really happy for you. And enjoy Enjoy your new moon. And thank you all so much for joining me today. We went through it. We went through all the signs. If you're looking for a deeper reading, well, check out my website, psychicsun.com. I also do coaching. You're looking for long-term support classes every Thursday night. We have a class. I do parties, and you can also get gift certificates for anybody on your list. And also do check out your horoscopes, your written horoscopes for this lunation. It's also on my website. Everything is linked below. So have a wonderful, wonderful new moon in Pisces, everyone. On a full sea, we are afloat. So this is a wonderful time of miracles. You can take control of the entire year. Make sure that you're in your gratitude and that you're spreading as much love. Remember, all miracles are based on love, and Venus is in Pisces. This is the most loving time of the year. So see love, spread love wherever you go, and create those miracles. And have a great new moon in Pisces. Bye, everyone.